Now I want to talk about two words that start with the letter I that are worth remembering. Imminent and instigate. So I was in Miami last week and I was in an Uber car and I was talking to the driver. He was talking about how much he loved his lifestyle. Basically, whenever he turns on his phone, if he wants some work, he gets some work. What he doesn't understand is that his goals do not align with Uber's goals. Uber's goal is to have an unlimited number of drivers who will work as cheap as possible. And his goal is to make a good living. But because he does not instigate, because he only reacts, he is not going to be able to make the living he deserves. There's a higher level available to you. Example number one. Do you want to be an Etsy seller or do you want to work for one? There was a piece in the Times yesterday about a woman who's making a great living selling on Etsy. And most of what she now sells is made by someone down the street or someone across the country. So that's your choice. She instigated. She showed up and said, here I am. And then she hired people who didn't want to instigate. So the question is, which is better? To be the person who decides or to be the person who gets picked? Example number two. Let's say you own an asset, a bus. You could wait till the phone rings and someone says, I would like to charter your bus. Here's some money. The problem with that, of course, is lots of people own a bus. Or you could create something that is imminent. You could say, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, this bus is driving to Atlantic City. Who wants a ticket? When it's imminent, when it's about to happen, the way people decide completely changes. Another example, let's say you run focus groups for a living. Now, running focus groups is good work. It's indoors. It requires a fair amount of intelligence and initiative and effort. But generally, people who run focus groups for a living need to wait until a big fancy brand calls them up and says, hi, it's General Foods. Will you run a focus group? And you get paid what you get paid because it's not up to you. You're waiting to get picked. The alternative is to say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run a focus group about an entire industry, about an entire set of decisions. And then I can go to every one of the competitors in that industry and I can say, this focus group is happening next week, whether you want it to or not. Do you want to pay me for your share of the focus group? Do you want to pay me so that you can ask your questions once I've assembled all these people? Do you want to pay me so you can see the data your competitors are about to see? Totally different interaction because now you're in charge. You own an asset. You have created something that is imminent.